So I've been thinking about doing this video for a little more than a week now. I know that everyone has a different opinion, but this is something that I feel so strongly about, so I just kind of want to vent my opinion. I'm just gonna start this video off with Robin Williams was one of the most amazing people on earth. He was always giving to people. He was giving back, and he was so generous. He was so funny, and I mean, on the outside, he just looked like this happy person. But then everyone freaked out when he committed suicide. Then everyone realized that he suffered from depression for a really long time. People don't just commit suicide one day when they feel like it because they're sad one day. When people commit suicide, it's because they've been in so much pain for the longest time and they can't handle it anymore. The reason I'm bringing all of this up in a video is because every time that I hear about someone committing suicide, I hear from someone that it's selfish. Suicide is the farthest thing from selfish you can get. I kind of get what people mean by suicide being selfish. I mean, you're putting pain on everyone that loves you around you. I get that. But a lot of people that say that fail to realize what suicide really is. Suicide is dying from depression. Let me talk to you guys a little bit about depression and what it feels like. Depression isn't just being sad for a day or a week. If you've ever felt the loss of a loved one, it's basically that sadness for months, even years. Depression is a mental illness and it really messes you up. Depression isn't just mental either. Depression can cause you to have anxiety. It can cause so many other problems like anxiety, eating disorders. It causes so many problems. People with depression usually suffer a really long time before they get over it, or the other way around, which is the worst way. Now you're probably still saying, oh, well, I mean, everyone loves them, why should they be depressed and feeling alone? When you're really depressed, you feel like everything is your fault. You feel like no one cares about you, even if you have so many people that do. Depression convinces your mind that everything would be better off without you. If you've never had depression, you don't know what it's like. You don't know how it affects you. Depression is called a mental illness for a reason. When someone is thinking about committing suicide, it's not to put pain on everyone around them, it's to make the world better. They think that they're so alone in all of what they feel. They feel so alone and so empty that they don't see the good in life anymore. People with depression have a mental illness. They're not gonna think like someone without depression would. Depression, seriously, it makes you into the person that you said you'd never be. When you're depressed, you're not gonna think that everyone cares about you. Your mind literally convinces you that no one cares about you, and that's the worst part about depression. It makes you think that you'd be better off out of this world. It makes you think that everyone would be better off without you. People would be happier, less bad things would happen. Imagine waking up every day for the longest time feeling like you just lost someone so important to you. I imagine waking up and not feeling like getting out of the bed that morning because you feel like you're gonna just mess up everything that day. You're just gonna have a bad day. Imagine feeling like that every day. And then, of course, you'll probably have to get out of bed that day. It feels like the hardest task of your life. Imagine the small things that you do every day. Those small things to a depressed person is like major things to do in the day. But my main point is, don't think that someone is selfish for committing suicide, because it's really not a selfish thing. Suicide is someone's way to get out of the pain in life. And yes, in a way that can be taken as selfish. You just can't judge something like that unless you've felt it yourself. It's so hard to come out from depression and be happy and be okay. I want to give a little shout out to people out there who suffer with depression or really any problem that affects your daily life. You guys can get through this, and you guys will. Everyone is strong enough to come out from anything they're dealing with. I'm not saying that it's not hard. All I'm saying is that everything's possible. Also, I want to say that if you're watching this right now and you're suffering from depression and suicidal thoughts, please, please, please talk to someone. I also want to mention this in my video also. Almost 9 months ago, one of my friends committed suicide. It was the hardest thing I had to go through, and I wasn't even that close to him at that point. I was closer to him when I was in middle school, and then he moved away and we kind of drifted apart. Still, it was so hard for me. With that said, of even me struggling and I wasn't even that close to him at that point, please, if you ever think or attempt suicide, please just don't. I'm begging you from my knees right now. Please just talk to someone, because I know there is someone that will help you. I wish that my friend would have talked to me every day of my life. Someone will care. If anything, if you feel like no one would care, you can always talk to me. I know that we're not gonna probably even know each other, and it's like strangers, and that's weird, stranger danger, but I will care. I wouldn't want anyone to be sad and depressed enough and feel so alone that they want to die. I would not want that to happen to anyone. Even if I don't know you, even if I didn't like you, I wouldn't want that to happen to you. I just kind of want to open people's eyes and make them see that suicide isn't selfish. And honestly, depression is kind of something that you have to fight on your own, but you should never have to feel alone. Sorry for the depressing and serious video. I really needed to get my opinion out there because it's something that I feel so strong about. Thanks for watching. I love you guys.